Hey y'all. So, why does it seem like great consciousness comes along with great suffering? Like, if you're feeling akin to me in this channel so far, you're feeling like, dude, I am aware more than most motherfuckers I see and know. And it's making me feel super lonesome. And damn, I've been through hell and high water. Been knocked down so many goddamn times that I've had to get back up from, all on my own. What is all of this suffering about? And if that's you, homie, that's me too. I have always been watching this trend. It started out just a romantic thing. I'm like a young poet, always carrying a notebook and a pen, and I'm a guitarist, songwriter, singer, songwriter, all these things. And that was like 17, 18 years old. And even back then, I would notice things like, seems like my songwriting is way better. Confirmation. My songwriting's way better when I am upset, when I've really just gone through something that's really, really hurting, you know? It was an original thought for me as a teenager, and you're probably listening being like, yeah, we all know this, because everybody comes to notice this at some point. The whole world has a great big example of this in Da Vinci, who cuts his ear off. No, Van Gogh, my bad. I believe it's Van Gogh that had so much suffering that he cut his own ear off. And I remember being like, wow, awesome. There it is again, another artist experiencing great suffering. Like, oh, I'm in good company. I'd be sitting there writing some sad poem in a coffee shop, 18 years old in Texas, listening to some sad ass, oh my God. I almost just said Elliot Page. I meant to say the sad musician name. Oh my God, how can I forget my homeboy's music? It'll come back to me. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about because he is near and dear to my heart. Oh, my boy, he stabbed himself in the heart. So much pain was his life, and relational pain. It was over. He had just had a big fight with a girlfriend. So, yeah, this life involves incredible gut wrenching pain that you would stab your own heart out over. And yet here we are, still trudging along this goddamn path. Or is it this God blessed path? I'm going to choose to keep making it mean that. I have found, my friends, that the way to make it through this hellish path is to make positive meaning. We do get to make our own meaning here, and it does program code into our very atmosphere. So you want to be making meaning positive and proactively so that you're feeding positive fuel into the machine that's creating this like visual matrix around you, and this emotional matrix, and this thought matrix around you, this whole experience. Think of yourself as in a video game, and you have chosen to dive into an avatar, into a body. You picked like the cargo pants and the gun, and is it a dude or a chick, and like a cool ass like tank top and like tattoos. You chose an avatar to dive into. So I lost my train of thought, but this is the big one, y'all. I mean, it's obvious, but I am going to go ahead and point it out to you guys. Like, it's like the avatar path, or being a chosen one, or there's all these cheesy terms for it like that. The 144, or the whoever, the light workers, right? But the concept is good that, we got some NPC motherfuckers out here. Non player characters ain't doing much, just little dodo brains. And we got some middle ground conscious players who, subsume pretty easily to the dark forces that are all around. And then we got the dark force characters. And then we got these rare good guy characters who actually have the strength and knowing and wherewithal and pure heartedness to do something up in this motherfucker. Like these streets are hard up in here. So like an occasional smarty who's seeing stuff clearly and willing to do stuff purely from a pure heart, like that's key to the atmosphere. That's key to the story. That's why we all love the hero story. And it's repeated in all these movies and everything again and again, because there's truth in that, and there's true inspiration in that. So be the hero, be the heroine of your story and of the world's story, and do it with me. That's what this channel's here for. If you're finding it, homie, home girl, home boy, team up with me, bro. Let's go. If you feel like you see more clearly than most mofos out there, and that makes you a solo mofo, and you don't know where to go, and yet you also kind of do, you kind of like have big, amazing ideas and intentions and trajectories you would set yourself on, but as awesome as writing solo is, and it's badass to be able to do it, and we should all be able to do it, we also need a network. Stuff happens through interaction with others. Like, this is how the world goes round. And this is how it's intended. It's not any one single hero in isolation that's got to do it. And that's why you and me have both been like, fuck, what do I do with all this awareness I have? I feel like I see clearly enough that I could help tweak things for the better, but like, oh, nobody can see what I can see, and I don't know how to tell them. And oh my God, where do I start? Because I also just got to survive this place. And also, like, the loneliness is killing me. And, like, maybe some health stuff is killing me. Because if you're on this journey, chosen one, fucking homie, fucking whatever, I don't know what to call us clear viewers, us ones that want to see clear, right? We are about freedom to see clear, to move clearly in this world. Freedom fighters. That's us. It gets lonesome, and it does at certain points in the journey become debilitating to be totally solo. As you see in many great stories, when Frodo is with Sam, his powers are greater, and so on and so on and so on. There's a million great stories where it's not until that one character meets up with that other character that this next amazing part can happen. So yeah, there's many amazing parts I know I've been imagining that I haven't been able to enact when I don't have like-minded, loving people who want to team up, be a family, and create and build and do something good in the world that is in alignment with the actual truth of what we're seeing the actual atmosphere to be. Like, what is the actual lay of the land? Okay, I want to choose my movements according to the actual lay of the land, the actual map. So, my friends, if you have been becoming aware that, oh my God, we've been given a faulty map of where we are, and your mind is just goddamn blown, and you thought you had seen it all because you're quite resilient to the shock of red pills, but this true map red pill blew your mind so much that you're like, holy fuck. Well, this channel, this crew, it's for you, my boo. That's why I'm making it, because I'm just imagining y'all out there, attracting y'all to me on these YouTube recordings that I'm just gonna set out here like little energetic bait, Like if you've got a frequency in your heart and soul that matches the one in mine, I bet something arranges for us to rendezvous in this world together by just this random video being suggested to you, and for some reason you feeling like clicking on it, and for some reason you're still listening 10 minutes in. So come back around for more, because so many things, so many themes I want to discuss that I feel like our hearts are going to connect on, like this one I started with here on this recording, which is just, dude, why does great consciousness come along with so much great ass, big ass suffering? It's a lot. It's a lot of suffering. I mean, my dose of trauma has been, heavy ass dose. Dose on dose on dose. And my tolerance for this drug is huge. My capacity to face and heal my own trauma that I've been storing in my body is huge. So I'm here to help you guys do the same self-healing and create a space for us all to do some relational healing and some world changing and new earth building, if you want to call it that. Just new something building. Definitely down with the old, up with the new. So, my friends, if you found this, holla with a like, with a comment, something like that'll keep me going. I have run through so many moments of blocks to finally just sit down and speak freely like this. But I got a million ideas, a million notes in my notepad just for y'all, just for this crew that I've been imagining coming through. So thank you for coming through. So much love to you. Take care.